NBA 2K19 My Career Gameplay, and today we're going up against the Los Angeles
The 2K Sports pregame show. Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Last outing for Oklahoma City, they ended up with a win against the Mavericks. 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. Hold on to your seats, folks. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Along with our broadcast team of Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldrich, Kevin Harlan, I hope you'll join us in welcoming our very special guest to the broadcast tonight, the terrific, the legendary Kobe Bryant has put on a headset and placed himself in our broadcast position. Kobe, this is really terrific. Thank you for coming by.
No, I'm always happy to stop by.
So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Dallas Mavericks. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D. And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Let's talk about something that I know fascinates basketball fans, Kobe, having that competitive streak, which is something that runs deep for you. Talk about the desire to dominate and completely destroy your opponent.
Well, it's the spirit of competition, right? I don't think you're doing anybody any service by going out there and competing half-hearted, right? If you truly respect the person that you're facing, then the right thing to do is to compete as hard as you possibly can against them to bring the best out of them. And that's on both ends of the floor. Can't be a one-way dominant player. You can't just compete on the offensive end and take it off on the defensive end. You gotta
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Tyson Chandler is checked in for JaVale McGee. And Stevenson comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Morris comes in for Grant. Harris is checked in for Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Paul George. Marquise Morris is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot. Kuzma kicks the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Stevenson missing. The Thunder lead by 8. The shot by George, wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. George has got his first 3 points of the game. Ball, the pass to Stevenson. Pass to Kuzma. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Noel. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Morris against Ball. Morris dishes to Schroeder. And it goes down 2 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Schroeder against Ball. Passes it to Kuzma. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Oklahoma City. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got a... Well, you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA 2K.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing it.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Ron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio. Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to him really.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Lonzo Ball out there with Reggie Bullock. That's Lance Stevenson, and it's Chandler, and it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. Stolen by Ball. He kicks to Bullock. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Very slack defending. Playing with fire to the defense. That open. Yeah, they are.
You know, I'm sitting here listening to you talk, Kobe, about the game. You should have an academy for some of these players, really.
Yeah, I mean, I do it individually.
Yeah.
I don't do it collectively with guys, but individually I do. Like, I've had guys just come out to where I live out in Orange County, and I'll tell them, I say, listen, you guys can come out anytime. If I'm in town, I'm always available 5 o'clock in the morning. And you can go 5 o'clock in the morning to 7. So I do that quite a bit with guys individually.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. Looks like 2 different teams after the loss. What's the difference?
Well, we just came around and stay around close, you know.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Harris comes in for Russell Westbrook. The Thunder have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. good, Paul George. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder, Robertson and George fill out the wings. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. And it's Harrison at the one spot. Stolen by George. Harris against Rondo. Harris looking it over. Here's Adams. And he drops it in from the low post. Adams has got 8 points.
And that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Let's it go from 14. Excellent D there from George. Harris kicks to Robertson. To the middle. Here's George. The shot misses. Great D that time from James. Lakers trail by 8. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Shoots it. And good. Got the angles that time as it falls. He's got 16.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
Broke loose. Shoots from the baseline. Tries again. Here's Adams. Backed in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's LeBron, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
James is a workhorse down. He's close to the basket. Better wrap him up.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Ingram, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Grant. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Robertson. Schroeder looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Latrey. A rebound by the Lakers. 1:35 left in the third quarter. Kuzma passes the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He has the size to be a factor inside. Ball doesn't shy away from testing his look.
George against Kuzma. Shooting foul, and as the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Thunder then 12 attempts. Here's LeBron. Fades. And good. He nails it. LeBron's got 31.
Oh, you gotta love the boys of James. Master at executing his clutch situation.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out. Yeah, you know you're supposed to go hard and compete the game, but they're so frustrated right now. I don't see that happening.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Harris outside. Over Rondo. Misses. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
If you enjoyed that video, make sure you leave a like and comment down below to tell me how you feel about this video. My name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris, and I catch you in the next video.